Good evening, folks. And tonight we're going to talk about a couple funny things, actually. Well, they're both kind of controversial a little bit. I've been a lifelong Bills fan for a while until the wokeness started happening with Colin Kaepernick. And then I kind of quit watching pro football. But the funny thing about it is, I didn't know this was an ongoing thing, but when they started doing with the Bills Mafia, I didn't know they did this, but they threw dildos out on the football field, which is absolutely hilarious. They've done that like a couple times back in like 2018, I think, and then just this other last week, apparently, when the Bills beat the Patriots 47-17. I mean, that was absolutely hilarious. They showed a replay of that a couple times, nevertheless. That was hilarious. I've never seen that be done before. Gotta love the Bills Mafia. I mean, yeah, it seems kind of crazy and silly and everything. But when you say wokeness, it all comes down to the silliness of what these liberal politicians are saying. Georgia and other states where people are trying to say that it is not in their control. Okay. Biden. I mean, yeah, he has the audacity. I don't know if he was taking drugs or actually his dementia is really getting the best of him, or he doesn't even know what's going on around him. But he has the audacity to say, are you on the side of Jefferson Davis or are you on the side of Lincoln? That's how you vote. When he was down in Georgia, campaigning down in Georgia. Okay, let's think about this one here. When you vote for when you're on the side of Jefferson Davis, he was a Confederate president. But before we get into that part, what was he before he became the Confederate president? A Democrat. Oh, wait a minute. And what did the Democrats do? They're the ones that declared war. And they opposed which amendments? Oh, yeah. The 13th Amendment, which abolishes slavery. And the 14th Amendment, which makes slaves citizens. Must I go on, Mr. President? Oh, yeah. And what was Lincoln to that? Lincoln was the total opposite from what you're saying. Lincoln created those amendments. He also created the 15th Amendment. I'm not real good with the 15th Amendment, but I know that's what the 14th and 13th Amendment were for. But you're going to stand there and tell me that you're going to compare the Republican Party to the ones that created the Confederacy? Nah. We're not the ones who started the Civil War. You are. You Democrats declared war on us by attacking the island, by Fort Sumter. By attacking Fort Sumter is what started the whole entire Civil War altogether. Just the Civil War in general. That's what started the whole entire Civil War, was the attack on Fort Sumter. And then the war is on. Other states haven't quite seceded from the Union yet. Virginia hasn't yet. That's the only state, one of the other states that haven't yet. And General Lee hasn't sided with anybody yet. Because his state hasn't seceded yet. And his only words were this: I will not kill a fellow Virginian. So you're gonna stand there and tell me, with all you Dematophytes who are trying to say that anyone who votes against are the ones suppressing the votes? Well, I got news for you. You're the ones that were suppressing the votes back in the day, because you didn't want the slaves to vote. And now all of a sudden, you're doing the complete opposite. You say voter ID is racist. Okay, well then here's the idea. I'll make it a little easy for you. Getting a driver's license is racist. Showing ID just for any kind of thing is racist. Anything that has to do with showing ID is racist, since that's how you want to talk. Plain and simple. That's the way you liberals are talking. Just showing your ID in general is racist. That's the way you morons sound. Just showing your ID in general is racist. When a cop in general asks you for ID, you show him your ID. Well, what happens if... So, to attack your general idea, this is what we say. A vaccine passport. It's considered you, right? You have to show ID for a passport. You have to show a vaccine for cigarettes. You have to show a vaccine for everything. But no. But I don't have to show vaccine. I have to show I don't have to show ID to voting. I could say I could go to another state and vote if I wanted to. The rig is in. This election is... The Republicans can easily do that in every state. If you didn't want any ID, I could easily go to another state and say, hey, I'll vote for Trump in any other state. Several times if I wanted to. But I'm an honest person. I will never do that. I could say I'm Tom Higgins that lives in Georgia. I complete the form, and I'm officially done voting. And then I move on. It's that simple. You just jot down what needs to be done, jot out that form, and vote. And say who you want, and then vote for that candidate. It's that simple. It is that simple. And this is why our integrity is under attack. And they're saying that we are suppressing the vote, when in reality, they're the ones that are suppressing the vote. It's that simple. Jefferson Davis was a Democrat when he was in power, before he became the President of the Confederacy. He was a governor of Mississippi, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what. But I'm going to read you some famous quotes from some people back in the day that are really summing up today's society, that really need to talk about. That'll be for another time, though, because I got things I got to take care of, and I got people that we got to deal with. I just thought I'd throw those funny things in there. I mean, I might kind of redo the little thing with Jefferson tomorrow, maybe. Well, with that being said, I'm out of here. Hit the like bell. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. With that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.